If you are a professional that feels like you've lost your essence in the pursuit of the career that you're now sharing with the world, then this video is for you. So a lot of us, we step into a professional world, we go through a very rigorous education, yet through that we have a common goal, we have a vision of, I want to become blank. For me, it was, I want to become a dentist. So all I focused on in dental school was becoming a dentist. I didn't focus on anything else. It was a singular focus. This is the hyper focus you need as professionals. So when you are a professional, I respect that because I know the capability and the capacity you have to actually focus on something. It is the singular thing that consumes your life, and that's okay because that's what's necessary. Yet, in the consumption of your life of what this singular goal is, we typically forget all the other aspects of us that make us us, that makes you you. So when we get out of professional school and we step into the workforce, it's very, very possible that we could be in a situation where we actually still don't rediscover who we are. We just jump right into working because we have to pay bills, we have loans we have to pay back, we want to get on with our life. We might have pressure from people in the family of like, hey, when are you having a kid? When are you getting married? Like, what are you doing? So all of these aspects of things from a societal pressure standpoint might actually be keeping you in a position of never actually really learning who you are. So the big thing is in professional school, we probably go through an experience where we typically lose ourselves to some degree. Yet then we end up in a position where we go and continue our high achievement because you're not going to become a professional if you're not a high achiever. Let's just be honest. So I know you're a high achiever if you're watching this video. And if you're stepping into the fullness of who you are, then you'll do it in a congruent way. But if you're actually stepping into just like, I'm gonna work, and I'm gonna try to grind and make as much money as I can, and I'm gonna live the lifestyle that people promise me, but then you end up 35 like me, and you're saying, what happened? Who am I? Where did I go? I don't even recognize myself anymore. I'm just totally out of balance. And this doesn't feel like something I wanna do for the next 30 years of my life. So why is this relevant? This is relevant because you actually can have the thing that you thought you were gonna have when you went to professional school, and you can go ahead and have the business. You can have both. It can be a situation where you step into you and you step into the business, but you do it in a congruent way because you've actually learned who you are. This is the aspect of authenticity that is so critical to rediscovering the real you. You've gone through a very rigorous experience becoming the professional that you are, possibly starting your own business, yet all of the focus was pointed in other directions and not at who you actually are. And without that sustainability and that knowledge, you end up in a situation where it's going to be a net negative than a net positive. So I'm here to help you actually step into that net positive by actually bringing clarity back as to who you are. And in that realization process, then you are able to step into the career that you chose with more vigor, with more clarity, with more passion. Right? You can actually live more in purpose knowing that you didn't make the wrong choice. Or if you did make the wrong choice and you realize it's not in alignment with your values, then you actually can get prepared for a different career. You can get prepared to take the leap. You can get prepared to shift gears. And that's okay as well, because that's critical for you to actually go ahead and go through the process of, hey, am I choosing this for the right reason? Or did I choose this because someone else told me to do it? So for me, I chose dentistry for the wrong reasons. And I ended up in a situation where it didn't entirely fulfill me, so I've chosen to walk away from it, yet I still gained a lot from the experience because I can now share all this experience with you. And if for some reason I ever felt like I wanted to go back, I would know that I'm choosing it in a congruent way because I know who I am today, rather than choosing it from the conditioning from which that I was taught when I was younger. So that's a critical difference that I want all of you to understand is we may make choices based on conditioning versus make choices based on the correctness with which we actually know ourselves. So do you know yourself, and is the essence of you actually shining in the work that you're sharing with the world? And in the career that you're currently in, if you feel like there's misalignment, how much alignment can you create in the misalignment? You don't have to move across country like I did, but you can. There are simple steps you can take to create more alignment for yourself. And as you create more alignment for yourself, you can step into the next process of cultivating more alignment in the future, right? Because you're going to be choosing things with that much more intention and awareness and clarity and vision of who you actually are. So, long way of saying, if you've lost your essence in the pursuit of a career that felt like it was going to be your calling, and yet now you're questioning it, I understand every feeling you're having, and you're not a lost cause. There is hope for you. And it's that you just need to bring yourself online, become fully alive. And in the process of learning who you are, you actually will then choose your career with a new volition and a new vigor. And as long as you do that, you'll know you're there for the right reason. But you also might choose that you don't want to be there anymore. And if that's the case, that's okay, because you'll be more prepared for whatever it is you choose, because you'll be choosing it with that much more clarity. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, share with a friend, and please stay tuned for the next one.